students, we'll see an expression for electric field. Means how electric field varies with some factors like force. Force depends on values of charges, magnitudes, and distance square in fact. And force proportional to product of magnitudes, inversely proportional to square of the distance. Same way, we are going to write an expression for electric field. Whenever we use the word electric field, what do you think? Is a region in which a charge experiences a force. How much force? How much force per unit charge? How much force per unit charge is called by a name electric field strength of the field, or intensity, or simply electric field, force per unit charge. That's it. Now let us suppose there is a positive charge having value big Q. As I explained you in my previous video completely in detail, this region contains what we call electric field, an influence. How do you sense that influence? Bring another charge, test charge. What is the name of this? Unit test positive charge, UPC, unit positive test charge. What is unit? So small. This is so small in front of this, so that presence of Q naught does not affect the influence produced by Q. That's it. Separation between these two is, say, R. R is the separation between these two. As both are positive, as it is always positive, I need not write plus in front of this, always positive. This charge experiences a force which way? Like charges repel, join this and extend. This is direction of the field and value force per unit charge. Students, for 3 marks question in the board exam, always you write explanation for the diagram in your own words. Consider positive charge, source charge, Q, capital Q, in a region of space. Another charge, unit positive test charge Q naught placed at a distance R from Q. Like this you write. Then by Coulomb's law, what is Coulomb's law? You know Coulomb's law? Coulomb's law states that the force between the two charges is proportional to product of magnitudes of the charges Q1, Q2. What is Q1 here? Q1 is capital Q. What is Q2? Q naught. That's it. Divided by square of the distance. And the constant of proportionality is K. And what is the value of K? Value of K is 1 over 4 pi epsilon 0 in air or vacuum and SI system of units. That's what you read. By definition, what is field? According to our definition, as we learnt in the earlier class, field is a ratio force per unit charge. Unit charge is Q naught. You are dividing Q naught to force. What is force? Force is Newton's law of gravity. Coulomb's law. What is that? Q naught divided by R square. Q naught cancels. That's it. So you are left with the final expression for electric field 1 over 4 pi epsilon 0. I write 4. Q divided by R squared. See students? Like force, this also obeys inverse square law. As distance increases, a square of distance, the value of electric field decreases. Vectorially, you write this way, electric field vector E equals to F by Q naught, that's equal to 1 over 4 pi epsilon 0 Q divided by R squared into unit vector R cap, where what is R cap? R cap is direction of electric field, R cap, unit vector. Okay, students, welcome back. We'll have a small recap of our previous video. We learnt in the previous video an expression for electric field E is a usual 3 marks question. Normally 1 and 2 marks questions covered in last 2 videos. I gave complete concept of electric field. They may ask question like define electric field. What is electric field? 1 marks question. What is the SI unit of electric field? What is dimensional formula of electric field? We'll see later on. I not yet shown dimensional formula. Now this 3 marks question. First of all, what is electric field? Students, when you place this charge, what is this big Q? Source charge. Around this region contains now electric field and influence. How do you sense that influence? Bringing another charge, which is called unit charge. What is unit charge? So small that presence of Q naught here does not affect field of plus Q. Okay. And it is positive. Why positive? There are 2 kinds, we stick to positive. Unit test positive charge. Why test? It is used to test the presence of field of this. Okay. What is separation of these two? R. Very simple, students. First of all, you read Coulomb's law. Here there are 2 charges. This is Q1 and this Q2. What is Coulomb's law? 1 over 4 pi epsilon 0 Q1 Q2 by R square. Q1 capital Q. Q2 Q naught. And distance R, same R square. So 1 over 4 pi epsilon 0 Q naught by R square. Then you use definition of field, force per unit charge. Divide this here, or else you can cancel out like this. Right? 1 by Q into F. You have written F expression here. Then final expression. Vector form, as force is a vector, field also a vector. You have to show direction. 1 over 4 pi epsilon 0 Q by R square into R cap. So this is how we have to write. R cap is a unit vector. What is direction of R cap? Direction of R cap and E. You compare direction of this with this, or direction of this with this. See here, R cap, R E, electric field E. You have to remember this note, very important idea. Note. E means electric field E, vector E, direction of E. If I write this way, you think direction of E is same as or if Q positive and direction of E is opposite to R cap if Q is negative. If charge Q, source Q is negative, you have to show electric field towards it, opposite to R. Means what? You are here looking at point, say P, where Q naught is situated. You are showing direction like this. R direction is this. R cap direction is this. R cap, this outwards. In the same direction, electric field is here. But if I consider minus Q charge, then electric field is reversed. With respect to R, the field direction is reversed. Field is towards, electric field is away. That's why they are opposite. This is what you have to remember. Now we'll show direction of field, electric field around point charges. There are 2 cases I consider. One plus Q, the other minus Q. It's very easy. Separately you are considering, sorry. Now you place a unit positive charge here, it moves away outwards. Here outwards, here outwards, here outwards, here outwards, here outwards, here outwards. Means what? Electric field due to a positive charge is acting outwards all around the region. If we extend, we can show direction of field coming out. Something called diverging field. So as a diverging field, electric field diverges from positive test charge. Similarly, if you consider negative charge, you consider some points around like this. You place a unit positive charge here. Because of attraction due to negative charge, it moves towards it. Here also it moves towards it. Here also it moves towards it. Here also it moves towards it. You extend this line, you see as if arrows entering the negative charge. entering negative charge. Students, nothing will flow into negative like how I shown here, but it gives a feeling like that. The field lines converge, you can call it converge, here diverge. They diverge from positive charge, converge into negative charge. This is how you write. If both together considered, we can join. I'll show you that in the next section. Before that, I'll take up one more point. Students, we have learned so far expression for field almost like expression for force. Only thing the difference is there will be two values of charges, here only one value. Source charge is used. Electric field depends on two factors. One is value of the source charge, the second is distance, inversely proportional to square of distance, directly proportional to charge in a medium. If medium changes, electric field changes, like how we explained with force. We can explain here too, variation of electric field with medium. We'll come to that later. Now, just like how you apply principle of superposition for forces, electric fields also add up vectorially, which means electric field also obeys principle of superposition. What is that? When you consider number of charges, principle of superposition, very, very important, because it is used to solve problems. Principle of superposition of electric fields. Again, what is the meaning of superposition? Overlapping. Overlapping of what? Electric fields. Now consider a collection of charges. Let me consider some 4 or 5 charges. See, this is charge Q1. There is another charge Q2. So one more charge Q3 and so on. Now consider a point. There is a point P where I am going to place a unit test positive charge Q0. I place UPC, unit positive test charge. As it is always positive, this is positive, this is positive, this is positive. What these three do? Apply force on this. Force exerted by Q1 is shown how? First of all, you draw a straight line and extend. This is electric field, field of 1, where? At P, even P. Similarly, what is electric field due to? Q2 at P. I write this way, electric field of 2 at P. Similarly, Q3, electric field of 3 at P. I have shown the directions, so write directions also. If you write expressions for these three, what is E1P? Can you tell me? If this is say R1, this R2, this R3, can you write what is expression? 1 over 4 pi epsilon 0. See there? Charge Q1 divided, I write small q. Charge Q1 divided by R1 squared. Students, the symbol is immaterial here. I used E31, 31P, 21P. Just you can use 3, 1, 2 like that. Okay. Now second one, E2P. What is E2P? 1 over 4 pi epsilon 0 Q2 divided by R2 square. Similarly, what is third force? E3. E3P is 1 over 4 pi epsilon 0 Q3 divided by R square. That is R3 square. Students, instead of writing P, I can write just E1. E2, E3. In that case here, E1, E2, E3 like that. Then what is total field? Total field at P. Net field at P. Net field at P. Net field at P is written this way. How do you write? You write it as EP is equal to E1 with arrows you have to write plus E2 plus E3. If you have one more, E4 and so on. If you write this way, what is this called? Vector addition. You write like this to say you are doing vector addition. Means you are adding magnitude separately, direction separately. How do you add directions? Consider 2 at a time. Construct a parallelogram. That's what you did. I showed worked examples for force, right? Similarly, you do it. You draw a line for this from here. The resultant is the diagonal. You take this diagonal, do vector addition with this, construct one more parallelogram, find the resultant. Like that you do, right? We will solve problems on that. On that, right? So this is what you have to remember about principle of superposition. Right? Means like forces, fields also add like vectors. We will see an example next. Okay, students, we will see a numerical problem for principle of superposition on electric field, similar to the forces which we did in the previous videos. Let's see a problem. 2 point charges plus 25 nanocoulomb and plus 25 nanocoulomb are 40 centimeters apart. Find the electric field at the same distance from the charges, means each charge. 20 centimeter from 25, 40 centimeter from 25 and other 25. So we did very similar problem for force, electric force, right? Now let's see the solution part, right? So what is solution part of this? Okay, let's write diagram for that. Let's consider two charges. Charge Q1, it is 25 microcoulomb, and Q2 also 25 microcoulomb. What is separation between the two charges? Separation between the two charges is 40 centimeters. Now he continues and says further, you have to find electric field at a point which is at a distance 40 centimeter from both this and this. How do you identify that point? As I explained in the previous problem, you draw a straight line which bisects this. Over that, you consider a point which is at 40 centimeters from Q1. Then this also will be 40 centimeters. That's how I identify a point which is exactly at 40 centimeters from both the charges. Now it's a triangle. Which triangle? A right angle triangle. Why? All the three sides, equilateral triangle. Why? All the three sides same. What is the angle? 60. And this angle also 60. What you have to find? You have to find electric field at this point. What is field? Field is a force experienced per unit positive charge. You think now that there is a unit positive charge placed at this point. This unit positive charge experiences force by this as well as this. What are the natures of these two? Both are positive. Since the nature not mentioned, take positive. As both charges positive, they exert a repulsive force on unit charge. When you are considering electric field of this, ignore this. It is not there now. Due to this charge, what is electric field? How do you show direction? First you have shown the distance between these two, that is 40 centimeter. You call this position, say A, this B and this C. Same as the force problem. Now you join these two lines, already joined, right? Straight line AC. Extend this. This is the direction of electric field. Electric field of first charge, that is E1. Where? At C. I can write E1C or just E1. I have shown here, no problem. Same time, Q2 also exerts force on Q0. How do you show that? First you join BC, right? Straight line. Extend this. That is E2, electric field due to charge Q2 at B. Now I have shown same length actually. Why? Because first of all, in the initial stage itself, beginning itself, I noticed there are two equal charges. You are finding electric field at the same distance from both the charges. That's why distance same, charge same, electric field must be same. How do you find resultant of these two? Same. Law of parallelogram of vector addition. You draw a line from here parallel to this, like this. This is a straight line. Do the same parallel to this from here. Here means head of vector E1. They intersect at a point. The diagonal of the resulting parallelogram, four-sided object, is the resultant ER. Let me write ER. What is ER? Resultant. What is resultant? Resultant formula, as usual, R equals to root of P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos theta. This is equivalent to P and this is equivalent to Q, and this is the angle theta that is equal to 60 degree. Very simple. Write the relation. Square root of E1 squared plus E2 squared plus 2 E1 E2 into cos theta. You know theta 60 degree. Need to find the values of E1 and E2. Actually, E1 will be equal to E2. Why? Because distance same, charge same. In that case, you can take some, if both are same. Instead of E2, you can write E1 only. That's why ER equals to square root of E1 squared plus E2 squared. E2 is E1 only, plus 2 times E1 into E1. E1 into E1 is E1 squared. Cos 60. What is cos 60? Half. Cos 60 is half. Right? So 2 cancels. You are left with what? You are left with ER equals to square root of, see, E1 square, E1 square, E1 square. 3 times E1 square. Right? So square cancels root. That's why ER equals to root 3 write separately into E1 into E1. So you need to find the value of E1 and put here to the equation 1. We will find the resultant value. Now find the value of E1. What is E1? E1 is, as I told you, 1 over 4 pi epsilon 0 Q divided by R squared you write. That Q is here small q1. Therefore, E1 equals to, what is the value of 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0? As I told you to remember it, you know, what is the value? 9 10 to the power 9 into what is Q1? Q1 is charge here. That is 25 micro. 25 micro? Okay, right. 25 micro. That is 25 10 power minus 6 micro divided by distance. What is distance? 40 centimeters 10 power minus 2 whole square. That's it, students. Now you simplify it further. That is 9 into 25 divided by 40 square. 40 is 4 4s are 16, 2 zeros, and 10 to the power 2 whole square minus 4 into 10 to the power 9 minus 6. 9 minus 6 is plus 3. Now you can remove 2 zeros. If you remove 2 zeros, this term becomes minus 2. So you simplify it further. E1 equals to what? 9 into 25 divided by 16 and 10 raised to the power, see this minus 2 comes to numerator, 3 plus 2 is minus 2 coming to numerator, plus 2. I can write this is 9 25 tens are 250, 225 divided by 16, 10 raised to the power what? 5. That is E1. Students, I put this condition to simplify this further, right? I think you wondered why. Check it once again. For E2, if you write 1 over 4 pi epsilon Q2 by R square. What is Q2? Q2 is 25 only. What is R2? That is also 40. Remains same. That's why E1 equals to E2. You have to sense all these things initially. How do you do it? Practice. You keep practicing problems. You will do like how we do normally in regular classes, right? Okay, fine. Now the point is, put the value, using 1, equation 1. If you use 1 here, ER equals to resultant root 3 times the value of E1. What is that? 225 divided by 16, 10 raised to the power 5. You simplify it using your calculator, write the answer. See what do you get. I put dash here, you have to do it. Right unit, Newton per coulomb. What is unit of electric field? Newton per coulomb. Simplify this, right, power 10 power 5, Newton per coulomb. That's it, right? Now, that is the value, magnitude. This is magnitude. You can write this much only, no problem. This is only final answer, Newton per coulomb, okay? Or else you simplify further and write here. This is magnitude. What is direction? How do you write direction? Direction is shown here is a diagonal. Since these two values are equal, actually diagonal bisects the angle. That's why direction, exactly this angle 30, this angle 30. Therefore, you can write final answer. How do you write final answer? I write here ER value root 3 times 225 divided by 16. Complete the calculation part. 10 power 5 Newton per coulomb at an angle 30 degree with WRT means with respect to E1 or E2. Like this you write expression. This is a vector. You can write like this because you are written magnitude, direction, 30 degree with respect to E1, direction. And root 3, 225, 16, 10 power 5, magnitude, direction. Like that you have to write the answer. Or else if you don't find that the resultant doesn't bisect, exact divide madlilla. In that case, what do you do? Same formula, tan alpha equals to q sin theta by p plus q cos theta. Use that, put the values, simplify. You know how to find tan alpha. Once regular college reopens, we will practice in classroom. But we can try. We did a lot of problems last year using trigonometric table. We can try that, right? Okay, this is how we can try. So, what I stress upon a point that is like electric force, electric field also obeys principle of superposition. What is superposition again and again? Overlapping of forces. Means electric field, force per unit charge, electric field of Q1 at C, electric field of Q2 at C. Both the fields acting in these directions simultaneously, fields overlapping. Previous problems, forces overlapping. Here, fields overlapping, right, friends? Okay. I'll give one more as homework. Okay, students, next problem. 2 point charges having charge value 20 nanocoulomb, 30 nanocoulomb. Again, sign not mentioned. You take positive, plus 20 nanocoulomb, plus 30 nanocoulomb. Or at the vertices A and B, we are going to write a triangle ABC. At vertices A and B, two charges 20, 30 of an equilateral triangle. Find the resultant field. Find the field at the corner C. Side length of each side is 10 cm. He has given side length 10 cm, charges 20, 30. That's it. Charges are at A and B. You have to find electric field at C. Side length is an equilateral triangle. Same story, right? Okay, I'll give a hint, students. Rest of the calculation complete after watching this video. There are two charges again at corners A and B. These two are the two corners A and B. What is the value of the charges? 20 nanocoulomb this time. This is 30 nanocoulomb. And you may take this charge Q1 and this charge Q2. The separation between the two charges is 10 centimeters. Side of triangle. Now you have to consider one more point here, which will be the third corner, that is C. As it is an equilateral triangle, side length 10, 10. Okay. What is the angle? As 60, 60, 60. So always you are using equilateral triangle. Initial stages, that's why. You can construct any triangle. Need to apply the formula related to those triangles. That's it. Geometry, trigonometry. Now, at this point C, you have to find electric field. What is electric field, students? You are placing a unit charge. You think there is a unit charge here. You need not show that charge here. It's a unit charge. You suppose there is a unit charge. These two repel each other. As it is positive, unit charge also positive. Positive, positive repel. That's why electric field is like this. Electric field is acting like this. That is E1. Due to this, at the same time, acts this way. This way. So I look here. I need only less space. I have only less space. That's why I write this bit shorter line. This is say E1. This bit longer than E1. Can you guess why? Why, students? Because electric field always, whenever we use the word electric field, always you think like this: 1 over 4 pi epsilon 0 charge q divided by r square. Field value depends on charge and distance. Here, charge more, distance same, charge more, so field more. How do you find resultant? Same story. You draw a line parallel to this, like this, see? You draw a line parallel to this from here. See? Now, one thing is obvious. What is that? The obvious thing, that is, the diagonal does not bisect the angle. It's more towards this, it's less to, it is more towards this, means this angle less. I can take it alpha and this beta. Or if I consider this alpha, this will be beta. That's fine. If you find alpha, what is alpha? Alpha is, what alpha? Alpha is tan inverse q sin theta divided by p plus q cos theta. It was last year's vectors formula. Vectors chapter, law of addition of vectors, triangle law, parallelogram law. What is P here? E1, Q, E2. So what do you write here? Q, E2, P, E1. That's it. You need to find the values, E1, E2. What is the resultant value? That is ER. ER value is given by, again, same formula. P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos theta. P is E1, E1 squared, plus E2 squared, plus 2 into E1, E2 into cos theta. That's it. What is theta? Theta is 60 degree. You use these two values, simplify, that's it. What is E1? What is, I write E1. E1 is 1 over 4 pi epsilon 0 Q1 divided by R square. What is R? 10. What is Q1? 20. Write the values. See what you get. Similarly, what is E2? E2 value is 1 over 4 pi epsilon 0 Q2 divided by R square. See what do you get? Numerical value. Put 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0, 9 10 power 9, Q2, 30 10 power minus 9, minus and plus 9 cancels. What is R? 10 centimeters, 10 10 power minus 2 whole squared. If you do simplification, you get the values E1, E2, put the values here, use calculator, trigonometry table. What is cos theta here again? Half 2 cancel. That's it. You will find the value of E1, ER and also alpha. See what you get. Send me the answer. That's it. Right? As an assignment, problem, homework. You try at home. Correct?